And
Yeah.
I think it is recording now. I think it's
Think
recording. Linda and
it's
I are here
recording
to
now. Da, da, da,
let's
da,
talk
da, da, da.
cats. Yeah,
You got
see
me off singing. Now what am
this
I gonna
is the
do? I can't
show
get
where
back
we let
together.
our hair down and do whatever we want.
Whatever we want.
Well, maybe not. It needs to be at least PG rated. Okay. Everybody
I
keep your
wanted to.
shirt on. I'm
Oh
sorry. Go ahead.
man, I can still wear my pajama pants though, right? You know how many professional things I've done in pajama
Well,
pants.
I actually have pants on today. So what did you notice we color coordinated?
I did notice that. That was good. That
Yeah.
was very good.
What color are
I've
your
got my,
pants?
they're pink and they have kitties, and I don't know if you can see them.
But they have gray, so we still kind of match.
That's true. That's true. Yes. They're gray kitties drinking meow teenies.
Oh,
So
right.
yes.
I love this shirt. This was cheap. Amazon. It was
Oh
like
yeah.
$7 or something. I have 3 of them. I need more different
I
colors.
forget to,
So
yeah.
comfortable. I love this shirt. But
I
anyway,
forget to look on Amazon for clothes. But yes, anyway, so I was just thinking because we just finished a podcast with Aman Ahmed, who does the Relax My Cat, Relax My Dog. And we've spoken to David Ty, who does music for cats,
right.
and about the anxiety. And one of the comments that I made to him just off the cuff, because that's how we roll, was that, so many people get cats. And this was my opinion when I was younger, because we had dogs,
Right.
that cats are very aloof and independent. A lot of people think this.
That's the
And I can get
stereotype. Yeah.
and I can get a cat, and it won't need all the attention that a dog needs. It won't need to be walked, which is true. And it won't need to be taken outside to potty. So as long as it's got a litter box and stuff, it's fine. Everything's going to be fine. And I've heard people comment that they didn't think, somebody said something about there was a death in the family or something, and they said, well, your cat's probably grieving. Oh, no, I don't really think my cat grieves. I think my
Yes, they
cat grieves.
do.
So, and some do show it more than others, but
Yes, that's true.
cats are the mega heads of the movement to not show your emotion and to be detached.
But
because
they're empaths too. So
yes, but yet they don't show it. And why is that?
because they're predator and prey. And showing your weakness shows the prey out there that you're easy pickings.
Yeah.
So the predators will get that weak seeming kitty. That's why they purr when they're hurt. Purring doesn't always mean they're happy. They purr for 2 reasons when they're hurt: self-soothe and promote healing, and so that their predators think there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah. And so, you're not going to see the signs. That doesn't mean that they're not there. And we've talked about, I've seen signs in our cats of grief, but really any change. I mean, if there is a death in the family, if somebody's had to go to the hospital for a while, where'd that person go?
Right.
You even made a comment about changing furniture, and
Yeah.
you had
Yeah, that story about my mischief years ago, before I was still in IT. I didn't do it. I hadn't even dreamed of doing any of this. I moved, and at that time I moved, I still had the couch from when I was married. That's how long ago it was. So I decided this is a good opportunity to get rid of that couch and buy something new. So the new furniture was delivered and everything before I brought the cats in. At that time I had 4. Mischief was the cat that was spooked by the new furniture. And it was low to the ground. It was like this much, where she crawled and stuffed herself. She was a full grown cat. She stuffed herself underneath the sofa. Why, when she was scared of it, I don't know why she chose to stuff herself under it.
Yeah.
It took
I'm gonna hide under this
week.
thing.
It took a good week. I had to keep lifting up the thing and pulling her out,
Yeah.
It was not fun. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Well, exactly. And the causes of things that we've seen in behavior sessions, it's funny because people will write in and they're, my cat is not peeing in the box. My cats are fighting. My cats are. And then when we talk to them, I learned very early on from you're getting all this background information that they probably don't even see as relevant. Have there been changes in your household? Did somebody leave? Is there a divorce? Somebody died? Did your kid go off to college? Whatever. Take me around and show me the, whatever. And, we found situations where, that one lady goodness, she was widowed, and then she took her mom in, which upset the apple cart. And then the cats were living in the basement with mom. It's a neat apartment. And then mom died. And, there's been so many changes in that household. And, you just can't sit down and explain to the cat, I'm sorry, daddy's gone. He's not coming back, and it's got to leave them feel a little unsettled, especially somebody made a comment about, when one of the cats passed away, that the other cat was probably wondering, am I next? Am I going to disappear next? And
yeah, I never thought about that, but it's true.
I hadn't until they said it. And then I was like, oh yeah, where'd that cat go? Am I next? Are you going to put me, especially if you take them to the vet for euthanasia, which we've all done 8,000 times.
I've done that recently. And then I had to take other cats to the vet after, and I couldn't use that same carrier, even though I washed it out, because they still smelled sunny in there and they were freaked out by it. It's still in the garage. I don't know if I can ever use that one again.
Wonder if you use anti-icky poo on it.
Maybe.
We love some anti-icky poo. Anti-icky poo gets rid of stuff and enzymes. And because we've seen that. And I told you with my daughter and her husband having passed, she'll wear a shirt of his, I do. And you wear your husband's clothes, and especially now that he's gone. So she'll wear his shirt or something, and it's been run through the wash, and then she's worn it, and then she throws it on her floor, and her 4 cats that live to Sebastian will congregate to it and lay on it and, make biscuits with it and nurse on it.
Smell things we don't.
Yes, their smell. Yeah. It doesn't come out so easy. So, but can you imagine, so they loaded up my sibling, they put it in the crate, they left, mom came back. There's no Sunny, where's Sunny? And
remember when I moved, you guys were on the phone with me, and I had to move my cats. I only had 8 carriers, so I could only do like 8 at a time. And I had 20. I think I had 20 then, 19 or 20. And Picasso was still pretty new and still pretty full of anxiety. And I was loading up the next 8, and she was just crying and crying and crying. She saw me take the first 8, then I'm loading up the next 8. And I was just going to do, because it was late, I was just going to do those 16 and do the last 4, including her, the next day. And you and Nikki were like, no, you've got to go back.
No, we could hear her crying. Yeah. We were ready. I'm not kidding. Like, we wanted to get in the car and drive 10 hours to help you get Picasso out of that place.
I went back and I got the last 4. But still, she spent, because it's a 45-minute drive. So she spent like 2.5 hours wondering what the hell was going on.
Exactly.
So I would have switched a cat, but all the cats I had in the carriers were difficult catches, because I do the easy ones first and they progressively get harder. But yeah, that was stress. Then once she got with her buddies, she was like, oh, I'm with my buddies again, but where are we? So there was that, Did I tell you?
We were so careful. We discussed, you were like, do I move the furniture first or the cats first? And I got thinking about what I've learned and said, move the furniture first, so that there's something that smells like home and smells like them and smells like their particular clouder. And you were like, yeah. And so, yeah.
No new furniture. Well, the bed.
No. Yeah.
Oh, I did get a new living room set, but I put the old living room set upstairs. In the cat room where I was orienting them.
So they still had them. Some of the things, there just is no answer. But, like when Sebastian got sick, and of course, you're in the moment and you're dealing with everything that's going on. So this isn't all clicking. But in hindsight, which is always great.
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah. I'm like, he went to the hospital on July 25th. The ambulance came and took him away, and Dad left. And he didn't come back. And so 4 weeks, those cats were living. And then Nikki started staying here a lot. She'd go back and visit, and Cameron would go visit them. But it's not the same. Yes. No. My dad has disappeared and my mom has disappeared. So then we start loading them up, and I decided let's do 2 at a time and try to get them acclimated before we move the other 2. So now the 2 that are left just saw 2 of their friends leave. So, okay, Dad's gone, Mom's gone. 2 of my friends just disappeared. That poor things must have been just in hell.
What's happening? Are they coming for me? And where did they go?
Yes. And where's Mom? Where is Dad? And still, where is Dad? And yeah.
So when they got to the new house and Nikki was there, where's Dad?
Yes. Where's Dad? Why are we in this house? Tiger's the only one that had ever been here because we adopted him so that she could move. She wanted her own apartment, but she wasn't going to go till she had a cat. Right. So we went and adopted Tiger, and he lived here like a week. And
there's a cat. Get out.
Right? Here's your cat. Where's your suitcase? No, I'm just terrible. So yeah, she's 32 now. So Tiger's been with her all this time. And yeah, that poor cat has just got to be like, enough already.
Well, yeah. And then there were 7 new cats and a creature that they don't even know what the heck is a dog.
Yeah. I don't think the
And
dog
more
knows what it
people.
is.
There's four
Yes.
people,
Yes.
four grown
Yes.
people,
And
because,
yes,
your
me,
son
my
is
husband,
almost an
Cameron.
adult,
Yep. Yep.
16. He's
Yep.
big. He's as big as any adult male.
Yeah. Tell me about it. He's over
64 or
6 foot
something.
now. I hate it. I hate
I
it
know.
so much.
So your guys had
Yeah.
the stress of sharing all the space, sharing you, having Nikki come in, having Nikki's 4 cats come in, and you guys had just gone through the loss of a cat
And
too.
Warren had passed.
Warren.
Yeah. Yeah. Warren had passed, I don't know, maybe a week
Very,
before we started
yeah,
bringing the cats over, because it was
yeah,
after Sebastian's memorial service, which was
yeah.
in September.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, my cats were grieving that. And I told you I had it all figured out. I often have things figured out and
Yeah,
find out otherwise, that Nikki's cats are going to be an issue. And this one's behavior is this and that one's behavior, you know, and I'm trying to get ready for it. And these two should come together. But it never occurred to me that my cats were all going to lose their minds. And they did. And cats that have never peed outside the litter box suddenly are, you know, it was just, Rita,
it's
what happened?
Their perceived shortage of resources, territory, food, access to you. Even if there was still the same access to you, the same amount of food, there's still less space, and they're still sharing with strangers. So
and
to
Nikki's
them,
here, and we're all grieving, we're all upset,
yeah,
we're all struggling. They sense those emotions.
yes.
Any of that stuff. I mean, in a cat's perfect world, whomever adopts them will live until they're gone, will not bring anyone else into the house. No one will leave. The furniture will not change. Exactly. You will not rearrange your bedroom, everything. That's a cat's perfect life. So anything that comes in to disrupt that is going to cause some anxiety.
And then the question is, what do we do about it?
And then, and then people get upset because their cat's peeing on their bed and they want to get rid of the cat. And I get that, because if you don't understand, it's like, wow, this cat all of a sudden is peeing everywhere, and I'm, I can't live like this.
Any little change.
It's anxiety.
When I was dating Brad, and we took in 2 cats together, Trouble and Sweet Pea. And Sweet Pea was really attached to Brad, right? So then when Brad moved to Texas and we broke up, she really was grieving him hard. And she and I didn't bond at all till he was gone a good, 4 or 5 months. He'd get on the sofa and she'd lay just like a dog right next to the sofa by him every night. He reached out and pet her. I mean, he was not a good guy, but he was good to the cat.
But the cat loved him. And exactly. Yeah. Sebastian Inky was really Sebastian's cat. And he's just so funny. He would always narrate the cats. We've got all these videos that he did. The cats are laying next to each other, and one cat's ignoring the other cat, and he's going, "Please don't leave me. I love you. I don't have time for you, but love me." And it's flipping hysterical. But he was always interacting with the cats and speaking for them and playing with them. And Inky was a big one. He could do anything to that cat. That cat is so weird. He can turn that cat upside down.
I remember seeing the
flip
photos,
the cat, and the cat's just fine, because it's always been that way. And now he's gone. And you can put all the people in the world to give him attention, and he still wanders the house at night, and he has this awful tone. Nikki calls it haunting the house. He kind of
he's looking for
as he walks around the house, and it's A, annoying, and B, heartbreaking.
Well, I adopted Pickles a while back, whose owner had died, and she and I, she never really accepted me as her mommy. We had a good relationship, but she missed her mom. And I had her for 4 years before she passed. She was 12. And then I have Missy and Scooter. Now Missy, their owner died too, for those of you who don't know. They're 15. They've been here since just before Christmas. And Missy has bonded with me pretty well, but only after the person who contacted me about adopting them did some research and found the original ad where the lady said, "My best friend's dying, I have to rehome." And I found out their owner's name was Melanie. So only after I started saying Melanie, and Melanie's happy you're here, I know you miss Melanie, she started bonding with me. It's very strange. Scooter, he's just interested in food. That's all he cares about. Although he loves to be brushed. This brush, it's a little dirty. This brush.
Yep, I've got that one. And it looks just like that with cat hair in it too.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I know I have another one in the box that came from Animal Behavior College.
Yeah.
But
yep.
He comes now, we see, this is routine for you. It's only at night. When I come upstairs to feed him dinner, he just stands there still before he eats. He's waiting for this because I got him in that habit. He's got terrible mats. So I got this finally, the stuff that you looked up.
Oh, good.
Mat Pro. I'm going to try it today.
Yes.
I'll let you know.
Yes. Oh, I'm really excited. You'll have to let us know how that goes. Yeah. I think the biggest thing that I want to get across, we get so many letters in and so many people my problem is my cat is peeing on the bed, and you find out your cat is peeing on the bed. That's not your problem. That's like saying my problem is I'm sneezing. No, your problem is you have a cold or allergy.
Right. It's a symptom.
Yes. It's a symptom of anxiety.
Your mom and dad with the cat peeing in the bed. And it was luckily simple.
Yes, they needed to go back to the litter. Yes, the litter. But again, cats have no, excuse me, this litter is hurting my paws. Can you, so they communicate the way they can. They pee in the bed. So
well, that cat's declawed too. So it could well be that was just a little too tough on her tender paw. They didn't declaw her. She came that way.
Yes. No, she came that way. Yes. Yeah. Yes. They will not declaw a cat, but they will adopt a declawed cat to save their furniture. They think that's a great idea, So yeah, it's already declawed.
I didn't do it, but there's a declawed cat. So yeah.
Exactly.
They're going to be harder to find as that becomes more and more illegal.
Please. Well, that's something we definitely need to do a show on sometime and talk about declawing, because I've learned so much about that I didn't know. But
which causes anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. When your cat is acting up, you need to look at the changes in your life and what's going on and find out what might be, and even in my parents' case, and it wasn't anxiety, what's changed? The litter. Okay. Look at what has changed, and definitely, get a vet check over, because that was my first statement to my mother was, has Jazzy been to has Jazzy? Yeah, Jazzy. I always wanted Bootsy. Bootsy's gone. Oh, that was the last cat. I can't keep up. Yes. Bootsy passed away while they were in Florida and is now buried in Florida. So yeah, Bootsy's passed. Bootsy is passed and buried in front of their home. So, but Jazzy, yes, Jazzy, I said, has he been to the vet recently? Could be UTIs can cause this behavior. But so, there's a lot of things, but it's a really good idea to sit and look at what has changed and then try to address that. And there are a lot of things. There's great calming herbs. We love cat fairies. We love the music. David Ty does music for cats. We just talked to Amon Ahmed, who has the whole relax my cat, relax my dog, relax my pet. It's so cool. So yeah, there are things you can do to bring the anxiety down.
But how many times though does somebody write in and say my cat blah blah blah, right? So then we get them on the call, and I think sometimes at first I get a little annoyed because I make them go back through everything and I ask questions, and they're probably thinking I wrote this to you, but during the questioning we always uncover something.
It's true.
That didn't come across in the email.
Yes.
And that's usually the crux of the issue.
Yes.
They didn't say.
When did you get Fluffy? Is Fluffy male or female? Is Fluffy spayed or neutered? Okay. Did you have other animals oh yeah, Fluffy's best friend. That's why we bought Muffy, because Fluffy's best friend had died. Wait a second, and they weren't going to tell us about the best friend because that cat's gone. That's not part of the equation, but
even the lady with the mom who died, she wrote in and said her husband died. She didn't talk about the mom. I didn't know those were her mom's cats until we got on the call. It's important.
It is. Every change, sense, everything that's changed. Your cats inspect boxes when they come in. They smell differently. They smell of the UPS guy or the FedEx guy. They smell of whatever's in it.
I'm just
weird.
With this hair.
Are you? I've got little flyaways over here, but
not like me. But you know what? I just had a thought when you were saying that, and now it's gone. I hate when
because you're freaking me out. You're freaking me out. You're freaking me out.
I love that mug. God bless America. Yes. What were you saying?
Just
maybe
gone.
It'll come back.
That if they got another cat and they didn't realize that was part of the equation, that the cat had passed, and then we were talking about the lady that she'd been through it. God bless her. She just sticking to it until, and there have been very few things, and I think it comes down to if there's a medical problem, because I asked you that once before I started into the behavior, can you solve everything? And you said 90% because there are neurological problems and there are health problems. Just like in people, if someone is got depressed or they've got bipolar, something like that, it's going to change there's some things you can't calm down. I can't calm
We
down. I'm
have
going manic,
we have like a 98% success rate. We're working with
Yeah.
one couple right now. I won't say who they are, but
Yeah.
I really think their cat has some kind of neurological issue.
kinda do
And
too.
I have to
Kinda
write him
do
back
too.
today because he asked, how do I
Yeah.
diagnose that? Well, you got to go
Yeah.
to a specialist for
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Because
But
the same things that we're having them do, some of the same things that other clients have done and written in, and you found your calling, everything's fine.
Yeah, so the problem is solved. And
then there's the one client, is what I was going to say. There's the one client I have who discovered their cat wasn't neutered. I'm not saying who that was. But that's the crux of the peeing issues going on in the household. In all fairness, they thought he was neutered, but between the pandemic and Sebastian passing away and everything, Linda's looking at, I hope you're not watching this, Brian. Linda's looking at the cat the other day and she went, Nikki, what is this? It looks like a cat has balls. And Nikki was like, oh, shit.
I forgot. That's what she said. Well, she and Sebastian, when they lived in that farmhouse, the lady that they were renting from had brought over her cat. It just had kittens and brought them over, and they were very, very little. So they took them in and were KMRing and the kitten milk replacement. And they were taking care of them. And so then they said, but they were tiny. I mean, like, I think honestly, they were like 3-4 weeks when she dropped them off. So they were not anywhere near being ready. Yeah. So then they were getting ready to move. And I think Nikki was in the hospital while they were moving. So that made everything more difficult. And then, once they got settled into their place, they said, okay, we have to call the Humane Society and get this cat scheduled for a neuter. And lo and behold,
left, right?
And then, he was the last one. And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And so the Humane Society stopped doing them for a little while because of COVID. And then, everybody got sick and Sebastian passed and they moved in and it just left everyone's brains. And then, I'm looking at Inky going, balls. I just about yelled out balls. Like, why are these here?
To you, we're missing something. There's something we don't know. We're missing something because we couldn't solve the issue 100%.
Yeah.
And now we know why.
We got it livable. I wasn't, because there was a minute there I was crawling out of my skin, but it was, if that's the best it ever got, I could have lived with it, but
it'll get better. Not right away, because then some of these things, even if you find it's an organic cause and you solve the medical issue or whatever's happening, then it's become a habit a lot of time. So then breaking the habit and breaking the association with those certain spots and not urinating or defecating there. Usually it's urination, sometimes it's defecation though. Then you have to break that habit. And of course we have ways to help you do that. And we charge for what we do. We really charge ridiculously little because we want to help everyone. I wish I could afford to do it for free. If I was a millionaire, I'd do it
me
for
too.
free.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
We need to live. We need to make enough money to, right now, everybody probably knows I used to own Just for Cats pet sitting for close to, it was about 17 years, going on 18. And then I sold it and then the pandemic hit. So I got like nothing for, probably a tenth of what we would have gotten.
Yeah, because we're getting percentage on our clients that booked while people aren't going anywhere because of COVID.
Half of the profit of, and also because per sit, the profit margin's a lot smaller at Meowtel. But anyway, where's I going with this? I forgot already. My brain today. I'm sorry.
Maybe we shouldn't record after a podcast because we used all our brains up.
I know about how much about us charging.
Oh yeah.
Because we're starting this, I always did behavior stuff, but we're starting this new business. Linda and I are tag teaming. You get both of us on the call, which nobody else does that. And we're very inexpensive. Normally I was doing $400 way back when, but now we're charging $199 for the two of us. We split that, but most of it is going towards the overhead of starting the new company.
Yes. Well, and we're continuing our education, and I'm working on getting certified right now. I've got my textbook sitting to the right of me, always reminding me that I need to read. And so, I mean, there are costs in doing what, and we got to keep the internet on.
But I want to keep it inexpensive enough for people to afford us or have their spouse not freak out, because, my friend Jackson, he charges a lot more, but he's a celebrity. He charges $1,250.
Not everybody can hack that. And we're in
Oh.
this, we want to help as many people as possible.
And I
And
get it. I'm not saying he doesn't want to help people, but
no, oh gosh, no, that's not how I meant
his
that at all.
time,
No.
he probably bases it as, his time. He could be recording a TV show. He could be doing this or that.
Well, exactly.
So
Yeah. He's
that's
got a
the
lot of
cost of
commitments.
an hour or two of his time, plus
Yeah.
follow-ups.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want to be more affordable than that, which means we
Yeah.
work more and we work harder, but people need
It's for the
this.
cats.
Well, they need this. A lot
Yeah.
of people, like you used to always tell me, I know what I think I know, and I think is common sense. Most people don't know. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they do, because to me it makes sense, just because I've always been very sensitive to cats and cat behavior. But to the average Joe, it's not common sense, and it's
Yeah.
not well known.
There was something you said one day when I was visiting. We're sitting on the couch and you said something, and I was like, oh, and you were like, doesn't everybody know that?
I remember
No,
that. I don't
everyone does
remember what
not
it
know that.
was,
I
but
don't either. I don't remember
the
what the
conversation.
thing was, but yes, you've got a lot of knowledge that we take for granted. And, we have to keep in mind that so many people just see, as I did before I got so involved with cats, they just see the behavior. My cat is acting up. My cat is peeing on the bed, not what's behind it. And that's what we need to look at.
That's
And,
the secret.
you can't keep all the anxiety out. Yeah, you can't never get
No,
a
no,
new
no.
couch. You can't
No, no.
never let anybody move in or move. I'm sorry, children, you may not go to college. It will upset the cats. You can't do that. I tried. They still left, darn it.
Well, it's just like, with my mom's dogs, I can't come over at certain times because I interrupt them, they won't eat. So
Yep. Yep. They're too excited to see you. Yes.
yeah.
You
But
just have to keep
live,
in
I don't
mind.
want to live that way.
No, it's hard. There are things to help and there's help out there, but you really have to take in a bigger picture, and you have to know when your cat is misbehaving. I always drew a line with my children and how I disciplined. The key word was willful disobedience.
Yes.
Did you not do the dishes because you forgot to do the dishes because you're a kid and you have ADHD and you saw a squirrel? Or did you not do the dishes because you didn't want to do the dishes and you made a decision to not do what you were supposed to do? And I always tried to look at that. And with cats, very few things are willful. Every once in a while, they may get mad and give a little revenge.
Yeah.
One of Nikki's cats is famous for doing that. If she was gone too long or something, she'd come home and her clothes were peed on, just her clothes. So I'm not going to say 100%, but a lot of the time,
turn her back to me. I'd much prefer that than being on the
yes. Well, I sent you that video. Her cat Tiger was looking for her yesterday because she was out. And so he's just sitting in the hallway and just like looking for Nikki, and I'm talking to him. So I thought, I'm going to get this on video. And I put the camera up and I said, Tiger. And he went and walked away.
Yeah.
Didn't even make eye contact. I was like,
I'm
you're
not
such
talking
a jerk.
to you.
You're such a jerk.
What about when we were on a business trip and you had your husband FaceTime Kizzy, and Kizzy wouldn't look
broke
at you?
my heart. Broke my heart. And then when I
That's
came home, he
willful.
gave
That's
me the
willful.
cold shoulder.
I know.
He'd sit on the end of the bed with his back to me like,
Nope.
I don't see you. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. So, yep.
But
For anyone who says that cats don't do things willfully, yeah, they do. Yeah,
they do. But most of the time, if you're seeing a sudden strange behavior like peeing on the bed that you've not seen, there's something else behind it. And you need to figure out what it is. And even with Kizzy giving me the cold shoulder, it was because I left, and cats are creatures of habit. And I can't get mad at him for that.
No.
That's his DNA. It's written in his cells. It's like needing food or oxygen. He needs consistency, and he's mad at me because I left.
That's why one of the things that when we had Just for Cats pet sitting, we always stress was sending the same sitter as much as possible. So, mom and dad have disrupted the routine by going away. But if the same sitter comes every time, then there's a consistency there.
Yes.
And also the cat knows the sitter. So it's not as traumatic.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. As opposed to somebody new coming in all the time. Yeah. I mean, you can't, I wish I could have explained to kids before we left, we're going to a conference about kitties and doggies and we're learning things. And this is why I'm leaving. And, he just heard blah, blah, blah. Was it Charlie Brown? Wah, 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 wah. So yes,
I would say, barring medical issues, that probably 90% of cats' misbehaviors are anxiety based or fear based. Because they're predator and prey.
Yes.
The prey, the instinct of survival, and not become somebody's dinner is very strong in cats, and remains strong even when they're indoor cats, even when they've been bred indoors or they've been born indoors for generations of cats. It's just ingrained in them so strongly.
Yes. Like hearing a bird outside. I've got cats that have never been outside in their entire lives. I've never stepped foot on pavement. When they hear a bird in my window, there's actually 2 of them in the window right now.
Dinner, dinner.
Yes, exactly. They know. They don't need to
The
be
hunt.
told. They're born with instincts.
Yes.
Need to look at the whole picture. And anxiety, really, whether it was, I think that's been the common factor in every client. It changes how you go about it, but a new cat came in, well, it's anxiety to prove that I'm dominant, or it's anxiety because I'm not the dominant and this guy's scaring me. It's anxiety because someone died, it's anxiety because someone left, it's anxiety, it's always anxiety. And again, it's like sneezing. It's not, you got to get to the root problem, which is why we ask so many questions. But
or like this last year in the pandemic, it's anxiety because you're suddenly home on the sofa all the time, and that's where I sleep during the day. And then once I got used to that, it's anxiety because now you've gone back to work and you're gone all day.
Yes. You're worried. I think everybody knows somebody that's either had COVID super bad or has lost someone from COVID more and more. Nikki read me a thing the other day. I don't remember, this is not the number, but I think it was like 20 million children have been left without a parent because of COVID. And that's a lot. And so you're worrying. I don't care if it's your aunt who never comes over and you never see her. You're carrying that, and your cat knows you're carrying that. Yes. And your cat feels the need to fix it, and is a little bit frightened by it because, just like kids, we always try to act like we're in control. I remember when my daughter Jennifer got most of the end of her finger cut off.
Oh yeah.
And I went down there and I was like, okay, we're going to need to go to the hospital. And I wrapped a towel around it and I got her out the door safely. And then I went, just can't. If that kid sees you freaking out, they're going to freak out. And the cats are the exact same way.
Sure. So just like when you cry, they always come over to comfort you because they know.
Yes. Or when I'm sick, or when I'm stressed about something. Yeah, they are right there on me.
Well,
so
and you guys have all been carrying the loss of Sebastian on top of all the changes in the who lives where structure of your family. There's that
and it doesn't, it doesn't go. Anybody's lost someone knows it doesn't go away. You're still grieving your grandfather who's been gone how long? I mean, I know he was like your person.
I was 12.
And
and I turned 60 this
and you're
year.
29 now. So
no, I turned 60
trying to
help. A couple months, which is really scary.
I'm trying to help you out here, honey.
But how did this happen? It's just not right.
Exactly.
I still think I'm 30.
I know. Me too. I figured out the other day that my parents were younger than I am now when I had my first child. I thought they were old. They were grandparents.
Wow. When I got married,
they weren't old.
When I got married, my mom was 40 and she was still talking about wanting to have another baby. And I was like, ew,
that's disgusting.
And now it's like 40 is not that old to have a baby anymore.
My dad turned 49 in March, the year that I had Nikki, in August. 49.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. They were children.
My best friend from growing up, our moms were pregnant together, Lori, she's a great grandmother already. 59 years old, great grandmother.
I mean, there's nothing better, I know there's nothing better than having grandchildren.
But great grandchildren.
But I can't wrap my head around that.
She's got a 24-year-old grandson his wife just had a baby. Remember that photo I sent you of that really cute baby? That baby.
That was a perfect child. That baby was born perfectly. Yes. Yes.
Beautiful. Lori, if you're listening, you have the most
kudos to your pretty kids.
Yeah. Good genetics.
Isabel Alvarez or Arata Alvarez the other day, she posted pictures of her son and then her daughter, and I was like, you make really cute babies.
Well, she's beautiful. So, and I bet her husband is what?
Yeah, he's a good looking. Those kids have the best cheeks.
Oh,
you ever see a picture of a kid and you just want, and you're just like, I must squeeze you. Yes, that's Isabel's children. But anyway, I digress.
Cats and children are the same for us.
I tell you over and over, yes, I have been a mother for over 32 years to human children, and I've been a mother to fur children, and there's a lot of overlap there. a lot.
I use this. I use a lot, like when people are integrating cats. So you marry somebody who has children and you have children. Do you keep them apart, or do you try to get them to come together? Because
exactly.
How many couples?
And there's going to be fighting.
Oh,
It's not the
yeah.
Brady Bunch. Well, even on the Brady Bunch, there was some.
There was, and how many times have we seen parents who like they're living with their cats totally separate, or they'll like switch rooms, or one sleeps with one cat and one sleeps with the other cat.
Because they don't get along.
Yeah.
And they're worried. And it's a genuine worry. They're worried that there's going to be bloodshed while they're sleeping. I mean, that's
right. But
I get that.
At some point you've got to merge them together.
Yes. With a little help.
Yeah, with help. We've got methods. We've got methods and things.
Yes.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've helped a few with our knowledge. So yeah.
If you're having anxiety issues with your cat, or just issues that you don't even know are born of anxiety, I guarantee they are. Just visit readaramos.com and book a session with me and Linda. And between the two of us, we've seen it, and our cat sitting company, we've seen it all. I should say, maybe not, because every time we say that, we come across something new.
Somebody does something different. But yeah, between us right now, we have 31 cats, and that's not including, I've lost Latte and Warren, and you've lost too many to count. And and then and the pet sitting, the sitters are caught, this is happening, that's happening. Yeah, I think we've got thousands of cats under our belt.
How many times have we had to have sitters take cats to the vet? Too many. The reason that is because the stress of being home without mom and dad exacerbates often an underlying medical issue. That's usually why it'll flare up when a sitter is sitting, or just before you go on vacation. Have you noticed there was a lot of cat parents that would call at the last minute, we have to cancel because the cat's sick?
Yeah. Well, I think that anxiety starts when the cats see the suitcase. I have so many pictures. I just found some more on my phone the other day of cats sitting on my suitcase. There's a weird thing comes out, and every time it comes out, mom leaves. This is an issue. We need to talk. We need to get rid of this weird box. Yeah, it's got to go. This is an issue.
Sometimes they know before. I was supposed to take Lovey to the doctor yesterday, to the vet, along with Scooter. And I hadn't said the word vet. I hadn't said Dr. Glenn. I did nothing different that morning. I didn't touch the carriers or anything. And he was underneath the lounge chair in the bedroom, along with Picasso and Brownie, hissing at me not to try to bother getting him out because I will bite you. So yeah, Lovey didn't go to the vet.
Well, they are empathic. And I do think there's something, I think that's something that plays into all the animal communicator. There is something about, maybe, them picking up on your energy, your mood, what you're doing, the way you're carrying yourself. They pick up on things that we don't see.
We're trying to book that communicator.
Yes. Yeah. There's a couple of them. Sonia, is it Fitzpatrick or Fitzgerald? Sonia Fitz something. Yeah.
I think it's Fitzpatrick. I think.
And then, there's a couple others that I saw that, we'll reach out and see what sticks.
Oh, look at my notes. I think that's who it was. I'm always, if you guys see me like looking to the side when I'm on camera, it's because I'm always jotting down notes or looking.
I do that. I keep a pen beside me. My favorite pen that we got when I was in Miami. If it ever dies, we have to go back because I need this pen. We just need to go to the airport so I can pick one up. And
oh my God, Linda.
What?
This pen is from Miami also.
Shut up.
Yeah. It's from the Aesthetic Institute, Miami.com.
Oh, yes. From the people that did. Yes.
Yes. That I need again. Yeah.
Yes.
Dr.
This is my favorite pen. Anna Sotil.
That's it.
I don't know where I pulled that from, but.
And the lady that did my eyebrows, but we should wrap it up.
As we get into one thing after another cosmetic procedures. If you're in Miami, Dr. Anna Sotil.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I had my skin, I've got acne scars, and my skin was so smooth afterward. I have a photo of myself with no makeup I was 58 then, and I don't look it.
Yeah. She gave me a little filler right in there. And we were looking at old pictures. Kids these days are used to everything on digital. And Nikki was pulling out all these boxes of old photos. And Cameron said, "You don't have an upper lip." And I said, "I know, honey, that was just fixed a couple years ago in Miami."
It's lasted.
It has. I still have a Cupid's bow. Yeah. I was looking for Angelina Jolie, although that'd be nice. But it was just this thin little line, this thin, like my mother's lips. Sorry,
and the eyebrows.
I'm blaming you.
It's powder now, but there's still some of the tattoo.
There's still somewhat,
so I have a line.
Yeah, we need to be able to afford better upkeep
Well, if we can
and leave the
if
house.
we can ever travel, yeah, if we can ever travel and leave the house and go to Miami, that's I want to have
Yes.
that all done. That was a great
Yes.
trip.
Yeah, I definitely want that touched up. All right. We should let
Anyway,
these
on
people-
that happy note, let's end the talk about cat anxiety. If your cat's
Yes.
having a problem, it's just, and visit readarounders.com, read some of the
Yes.
blogs, read some information about me and Linda if you don't know
Yep.
who we are. And give us a shout.
Yep.
We bill you after, because if somebody has an issue, change the litter, I'm not gonna bill you. I'm not gonna bill you for that.
Yeah. That'll be $200. Go get a new litter. No, we don't do
Right?
that.
No, I won't do that. If you're a Clubhouse member, $99. So join Club Catitude at readarounders.com.
Yeah.
You have access to us via email inside the Clubhouse, but if you want it in person, well, not in person, a Zoom,
By Zoom. Yeah.
$99 versus the $199.
Yes. Awesome.
We'll
All
talk
right.
to you guys
See
later.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.